So why do doctors have such bad handwriting? Well, that is the question. So I've got an example of my handwriting. Can you tell me if you can read it? There it is. I put it up for you. There's nothing confidential there. Is that bad? Or is that good? What does it say? Can I even read my own handwriting? Was stopping, upset, struggling to let go. I can read like bits and bobs, but I can't tell you that I can read some of it. So sometimes when we're writing, we're not really writing. When we're writing, a lot of the information is in our brain, and then we're transcribing that information into pieces of paper, not for the benefit of the person who's going to read it, but just to say that we've written something. My handwriting used to be very, very good. I used to have those people that write in spaces and blocks. But as I got into medical school, my writing started to evolve. Can you compare? Because I wrote this 15 years ago. Okay, you can see the difference between both. This is 15 years ago, and this is like now. So you can see the difference in the styles of handwriting. Very different. My handwriting was more sophisticated back then, more spaced, but now it's just jiggery. What do they call that? Gibberish. I cannot explain why doctors have bad handwriting, but I've seen doctors with worse handwriting than mine. Believe me, like, you can call this chicken scratch, but I've seen doctors with worse handwriting than mine that it's like, is that a G or is that a 9? I mean, what is it? When I go to medical school, you realize that you have to write fast because there's a lot of information. Like when you're in the class or lectures, the teacher is giving you so much information that you really have to write fast, because if you miss one little bit of information, you're thinking like, I've missed that bit, what's going on? So I think that it just stems from going into medical school, that having to write fast, during lectures, during like vivas or practical sessions, your writing starts to evolve, and that's how a doctor's handwriting gets bad. There are times that I purposely try to write properly, but it means that I have to slow down when I write. I have to think about the letters when I write, because if I'm just writing subconsciously, this is what's going to happen. Okay, but if I take time to write, then this is most likely what you're going to get, in terms of handwriting. So I do have the ability to write properly when it calls to, but if I'm doing a prescription, I try and write in capital letters, because I just don't like writing. It's just like all boring. But luckily there are computers now that do this for you. The computers that can print out prescriptions that are already pre-written, in printed letters. But on occasions where I might need to do a written like referral letter or whatever, I take time out to write it if I'm not able to, type it and print. Or in some cases I write in capital letters, because you can never go wrong with capital letters. So that's my theory of why us doctors have such bad handwriting.